Looks like manga fans have been slightly kinder to this episode. Yo, what's good to board reviews and heavy spoilers for My Hero Academia? Season 6, Episode 10, You've Been Warned. The episode starts off with Kart-chan falling down and being grabbed by Shoto, while Deku is just staring at the Shigaraki all-for-one combo in absolute rage, getting a flashback of one of the previous users of One For All telling him that if he ever succumbs to his anger, then his power will be awakened. And boy, does his power awaken. We get a pretty cool action sequence of Deku avoiding all-for-one's black-red strips, with some really cool shots of Berserk Deku, but that is completely cut short as Deku gets touched by Shigaraki, and for a second you're left to think that has Shigaraki finally absorbed the power of One For All, but Deku and the duo of Shigaraki and All For One are transported back into this other dimension world. You see Shigaraki and All For One arguing, All For One telling Shigaraki that without his help he would have died, and Shigaraki telling him to back off, this is his dream, he's the main character. And it's interesting seeing how Shigaraki is kind of frustrated at All For One. Despite everything he's done for him, he still wants to do this on his own. Deku is just freaking out over the whole situation, but Nana appears telling Deku that they'll take care of the rest. We cut to Ida, Ochako, Tsui, all trying to rescue the civilians. We've got a nice Ida moment thinking about his classmates of Shoto and Deku, talking about how the two of them helped him get out of the darkness he was in back in season 2. We then cut back to Nana and Shigaraki finally meeting for the very first time. All For One, not gonna lie, I found his whole exposition dump a little bit confusing at times, but from the general gist of it, it looks like that All For One has a copy of Nana's quirk, and because his younger brother is connected to her and Midoriya, he's able to access this world? I could be wrong about that. You have Shigaraki telling Nana why did it have to all come down to this, and he doesn't really care and that he still hates her regardless. Shigaraki's rage attacks Nana and Nana's able to defend that, and out of the blue, All For One's younger brother, the very first wielder of One For All, appears, helping Nana out. All For One pretty much roasts Deku throughout this entire sequence of events. He tells his younger brother how foolish he was to entrust his power to Deku, how Deku cannot control his anger, his rage, but then his younger brother comes back with this statement telling him that he doesn't know Deku, how All For One only uses people, so he can't actually understand them, how All For One can never understand how much anger and frustration Deku feels when he cannot protect anyone he cares about. Both Nana and younger bro combine and a lot of sparkly lights start to appear, and it's kind of trippy. Honestly, at this point I had no idea what was going on, but I was here for it. It looked pretty cool, and we're back to the real world and Shigaraki and Deku are falling from the sky. You then cut back to the League of Villain dudes. You have Toga talking to herself, saying if a person who saves others is a hero, then was Jin not a person? And she's really curious to know that if heroes do kill villains, will they eventually kill her? And she's really curious. She wants to know the answer from a hero, and she confronts Ochako by pretending to be a civilian. And as much as I really enjoyed the whole Deku Shigaraki alternative dimension scene, this was probably the highlight of the episode. Ochako entering the building and trying to find Toga was so creepy and sinister and really thrilling. I love some of the camera movements and just making the audience feeling really uneasy. While some of the shots and animation in this sequence was pretty appealing to watch, I will admit the dialogue was a little bit meh at times, mainly Toga repeating the same things over and over again, things we already know, how much she loves Deku, how much she loves Ochako, how much she loves Sue, pretty much repeating the same thing she's been repeating in the previous seasons, but I guess that's for the audience to catch up on. But she confronts Ochako with a knife, telling her what's she gonna do? Is she gonna kill her like Hawks killed Jin? It's nice to see a little bit of spice to Ochako. She's always seen as the cute, calm, innocent, pure girl of the group, but seeing her get a little bit mad and frustrated at Toga really added more character to her. And it looks like we're going to get a pretty intense fight between Ochako and Toga, which I'm looking forward to. But overall, this episode was good. Not the greatest, but not the worst either. I will give this episode a 7 out of 10, and I'll give it a B+. I am really excited for next week's episode. The title is called Dabi's Dance, so Dabi's going to be busting some dance moves. Can't wait for that. But tell me in the comments down below what you guys thought of this episode of My Hero Academia. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Like for more anime reactions, reviews, comparisons, breakdowns, rankings, and more. Thanks for watching. Boarded Review signing out.